Going to welcome Morgan to Studio B, and today we are going to be talking with my lovely friend Morgan. I call her my millennial from Minnesota.
I love it.
Millennial from
Triple M's. Morgan, the millennial from Minnesota.
I love it. We wanted to talk with Morgan today about what she does when she's either going out or getting together with family or friends, and some tips that she has to help us when we're traveling this holiday season.
Roxanne, that's such a great question. And I think as I am getting ready to prepare for Thanksgiving, Christmas, all of the other family things in between, one of the key things on the front end is preparation and planning. And I feel like it's, when thinking about like non-toxic world and food that makes us feel good versus feel terrible, it's similar. It's necessary to have a plan just as if you were on a diet. And if you were on a really strict exercise plan and you knew that you were trying to count calories and whatever, you need to plan ahead because you know you're going to be faced with the temptation to eat all the pie and to do all the things that is not going to ultimately accomplish your bigger goal. So for me, I am thankful that I have a high metabolism, but yet my body does not like so many different types of food. I do have some chronic illness stuff. I've had food sensitivities that I've discovered. So for my preparation, what it looks like is thinking about the environments that I'm going to be in. So for example, Thanksgiving Day, I'm going to be with my in-laws, a huge family. There's going to be so much good food and I know I'm going to be tempted. So what can I do to make sure that I can still have the enjoyable experience of getting together and celebrating, and food is such a central part of community. So what can I do to not feel deprived, but also to not feel horrible physically after? So for me, I love sweets, I love sugar, and sugar does not love me back. So I have to find at least one thing that I know is a special treat on that day. And, usually that's going to mean me preparing it, or there are very few foods at a health food store that I can pick up. That are packaged or frozen or whatever that I could bring along as my special treat for that day. So yeah, preparation is key for the day of, but also besides physically preparing, I think mental preparation is something I've really had to work on. For me, I've learned that growing up in a home that we just ate sweets all the time because it tastes good and feels good and whatever, you have to reframe your mind to say, I actually can have just as much enjoyment and it doesn't have to look like gluten-filled, sugar-drenched chocolate cake. It can be something different and I'm not being deprived. And it really is like these mental habits that we have to break. So that with anything is just practice. And so on Thanksgiving Day, I won't feel deprived and I'm going to have a great day and I'm going to eat something that's enjoyable and not feel bad about it. I think that if you're someone who's new to, just this whole world of thinking differently and living naturally and all of that, that some communication might need to happen on the front end with family members that you're going to be around, especially if there are mothers or other people preparing food that might get offended. Just setting that expectation of, hey, I'm trying to be strict. I'm cutting out a certain food group. So I just want you to know I might be bringing some of my own stuff, but I'm really excited to like connect and celebrate together as a family. So I think those are just some practical things that come to mind for preparation.